There's a school rule that says nobody's allowed to wear hats in class, and I don't think anybody should be an exception to that rule, do you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but hats are against the dress code.
The moment the girl took off her hat, the entire class froze. No one could believe it was real. Just a few days ago, she was an awkward girl everyone ignored. Now, she looked like she walked out of a movie. Mia used to look quite ordinary. She was always bullied. She kept her head down and barely spoke. She was incredibly shy. The moment she stepped onto the stage, she'd be so nervous she felt like throwing up. But on Mia's 16th birthday, her mother dropped a bombshell. It turned out she had a grandmother she'd never met. Mia followed the address on the envelope, arriving at an incredibly luxurious mansion.
The school tours are on Saturday, young lady.
I'm here for a meeting with my grandmother.
Name?
Clarice Rinaldi.
Please come to the front door.
Thank you very much.
A butler in a well-fitted suit led her inside. Mia, as usual, carelessly threw her backpack on the floor and plopped down on the sofa. Then, her grandmother appeared, who she'd never met before, looking incredibly elegant and graceful. Mia looked disheveled standing next to her.
I have something I want to give you.
Wow.
It's the Genovian crest. It was mine when I was young.
I'll keep this safe. I will take good care of it.
They went to the garden for tea. Her grandmother mentioned a name, asking Mia if she'd ever heard of it, but she had no idea. Her grandmother explained that person was Mia's father. He was the crown prince of Canovia, meaning Mia was a princess.
Why on earth would you pick me to be your princess?
Since your father died, you are the natural heir to the throne of Genovia. That's our law. I'm royal by marriage. You are royal by blood. You can rule.
Mia couldn't believe this was happening to her. She could barely speak in debate class. How could she possibly manage an entire country? But her grandmother said she would help her and make her a worthy princess. She couldn't just become a princess and leave. Mia ran home in fear and confronted her mother why she kept this secret for 15 years.
We were going to tell you when you were 18 years old, but when your father died, things changed, Mia. We wanted to protect you.
I'm not enough of a freak already. Let's add a tiara.
Even though Mia didn't want to be a princess, she still went to the queen's residence after school. While her grandmother was busy with royal duties, she started fiddling with a sculpture. She accidentally broke a finger. Panicked, she placed the broken finger into the sculpture's mouth. Then, her grandmother took her to the queen's room and wanted to prepare a grand transformation for her. Although Mia had excellent skin, nothing else met the standards of a princess. Her grandmother began teaching her basic etiquette.
When walking in a crowd, one is under scrutiny all the time. So we don't slump like this. No, princesses never cross their legs in public. Why don't you just tuck one ankle behind the other and place the hands gracefully on the knees? Charlotte, I think it's time for tea.
Soon, Mia started learning table manners. However, her grandmother then tied her up. She struggled with all her might, barely able to reach the cutlery. Seeing her exhaustion after a day's work, her grandmother called her home to rest. Mia thought she could finally relax, but a whole new challenge was just beginning.